Hello and welcome to Curtis High Fitness. This is how to tone up step 2, which is food and diet. If you haven't already seen my step 1, which is water, I'll post that here. That will remain there for the rest of the video. Check that out. That's the importance of water and how that helps you tone up. I'll also be doing a step 3, which is the final step, and that is exercise, which I'll be posting here. If it's there now, click that, check that out. So yeah, 3 steps to how to tone up. So this is food and diet. What I'm going to be doing is talking you through the main steps really of what to do to adjust just so you tone up eating a little bit healthier. Okay, the first thing that I'll say is you need to know how many calories your body needs. There's a simple sum for that, and basically what I tell people to do is however much you weigh in kilograms, you need to times that by 25, and that gives you your RMR, which is your rest and metabolic rate, and that is the amount of calories you burn while you're asleep, or if you did nothing all day. At rest, you're burning that amount of calories a day. So if it was, say you weighed 100 kilograms, times that by 25, that'd be 2,500 calories a day that you're burning. Then you need to times that number by how much you exercise. For someone who doesn't exercise often, I'd times that by 1.3. And that's for most people really. So whatever that number is, times it by 1.3, that will be the amount of calories you need to eat a day to keep your body healthy. The main thing a lot of people do wrong is they say, right, I need to turn up, I'm not going to eat hardly anything. I'm going to have, I'll have a little bit in the morning and then I'll have something at night and totally, lower my carbs, drop everything and I'll tone up. You may lose weight in the first week, 2 weeks doing that, but that is just water weight you're losing. And after 2 weeks, basically the same as the Atkins diet, the Cambridge diet, they all follow this route where you're only losing water, you think you're losing fat, but you're not at all. And the only way you can lose fat properly is through exercise. However, healthy eating will drop fat off, and yeah, that will help you as well. So, next thing you need to do, once you've found out the amount of calories your body needs, you need to divide that into carbs, proteins and fats, okay? What I always say is an average of 60% carbs, and then you want to be 30% proteins and 10% fat. That's what I do personally. You can change it a little bit, so I sometimes change it to 50% carbs, and then I'll go 35% and 15% fat. So there is ways to change it, but you need to work out what you want personally. Okay, after you've done that, you then need to know to divide it into your meals, okay? So once you know how many calories you're having from carbs, the easy way to work out that is from your carbohydrates. There'll be per gram, you've got 4 calories of carbs, and that's the same with protein as well. Per gram, there's 4 calories. Fat changes. For fat, there's actually 9 calories per gram. So then you can sort of work out where your calories are being distributed. After that, basically, that is how you, you just basically divide them into them. So what I will say is the main things to keep in mind is never, within a 2-hour slot, never go over 85 grams of carbs, 45 grams of protein and 10 grams of fat. That's a whole just to keep you toned up. The next thing is knowing, after you've seen how many carbs you need, how many proteins you need, how many fats you need, you then need to know obviously the healthy foods that you get them from. There's easy ways of getting healthy carbs, i.e. brown rice, fruit. Well, there's pretty much loads, but the only thing with fruit is you have to be a bit careful of the sugar, because sugar is not the kind of carbs you want. You want nice, healthy carbs. Also proteins, rich proteins you'll get from meats such as turkey, chicken, beef, things like that. There are also, obviously, people are vegetarians and vegans. For people like that, there's protein shakes which are just as good as meats. They have all amino acids in them, and yeah, so you haven't actually got to have meat to eat healthy protein. So if you think you have, you're wrong. The last thing is fats. People, if they want to turn up, think I'll have no fat, but having fat in your body helps it work better. So, and by getting a source of fat, it will realise that it can shed the fat that it's getting off, that it's stored, that it can shed it, if that kind of makes sense. So, but you want to make sure that you're having the healthy fats. You can get healthy fats from nuts, you can get from avocado pears. A little tip is just to change, if you're cooking in oil, change the oil that you're using from sunflower oil, change it to olive oil. Things like that, just to make sure you're eating the healthy fats and getting the right omega-3. One last sort of tip I will say is make sure you're eating little but regular. People who skip breakfast or sort of like has a breakfast then they won't eat again till tea, having such a big rest is making your body think, oh my god, I need to, we're not getting food for another 8 hours, we need to store as much as we can. So what it does, it stores all the fat from the food, it will store it because it knows it's got to go this huge period without food. Then when it gets to the food, it thinks, right, we can store this food for the next time. So if you're eating a regular, so if you're eating every 2 to 3 hours, just little, your body realises that in 2 to 3 hours, we are going to get fed again. So we do not need to store all this fat, and it will shed it for you. That's just science, that's how the human body works. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I think. But like I said, in the water, if you've watched that one, it's pretty much the same. If you're drinking a lot of water, your body realises it doesn't need to store it under the skin anymore, so it sheds it. And it's like that for a lot of things. So they are my basic tips for eating healthy and to tone up. If you do want a personalised diet plan to you, what I'll do is, where I said at the start of this video how you work out your calories, I will work it out 3 different types of ways. I'll do it exact, I'll work out all them, then I'll add them all together, divide by 3, so you have the exact number of calories that you need per day for your body. And for that, then I will personally make you a diet plan, which is obviously different to everyone else's, and that's for you to follow. If you want that, I'll post my email up here, and all you have to do is email me and we can sort that out. Yeah, so check out step 1 if you haven't already, check out step 3 if it's there, and yeah, these are my how to tone up videos. So there'll be more great videos coming soon. I've got one coming soon which is bad forms in the gym, things that really annoy me. So I'll post that somewhere here. If you haven't seen that, check that out, and more good videos coming soon. Thanks for checking it out.